Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 8 of the final season of The Bad Batch. In the last episode, the team and Rex's face off against these shadow assassins that are after Omega, as well as one of the ones that they had actually captured and were trying to interrogate for information, which led to us learning that Crosshair was almost one of these people. But because of his defects, their brainwashing techniques just didn't work on him, or at least that's what we were being told so far. Another assassin arrives, tracking down the captured clone to execute it so that no information leaks or anything like that. He realized that Omega's here, another prime target, so that becomes a little bit of a dual mission here on the side that just kind of further serves their purpose. So meanwhile, the team is trying to evac here. Wolf and his squad show up as well alongside this other assassin. And there's this whole idea, both in both episodes of the two-parter, which led to my crazy ass theory, the really dumb one where I don't even know why I said that. The one where I was like, whoa, what if the Crosshair that's with us isn't even the real Crosshair? If you actually stuck around, because I saw some people that heard that and just dipped out of the video. They were blasted in the comments about it. And yeah, especially with this series, this was one of my most disliked videos. And I was just like, oh, I imagine because of that, even though I refute it. If you actually stick around. I saw some people like, after you said that, I am just done watching your stuff. That is just stupid. I was like, okay, bye. I mean, it was dumb. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That was a really dumb one because if it was, there'd be no reason Hemlock can't find them. There'd be no reason why he wouldn't be able to fish out their information. There's no reason why they wouldn't have people hot on their tail every step of the way. That was dumb as shit. However, the entire theme of the two episodes was Crosshair versus his past. It was versus his decisions, versus his betrayals, his previous stances, and then also comparing his current state with who he used to be. You facing off against a marksman much like him and not being able to keep toe-to-toe or do anything of the sort to kind of fight. He had to find workarounds for every situation. Obviously, he's still facing issues with his accuracy because of his hand and his tremors. The entire purpose of these two episodes was pitting Crosshair against basically an avatar of his former self. Whether that is literally or not, it is Tantus. So like I did pose that an idea that, at least the idea I tried to get across was that I did think that it was very possible or even likely that the assailant could have been a clone of him. They found a way to bypass his genetic defect and replicate it. He would be very valuable. His mutation would be very useful for them. Even if not a literal copy of himself, maybe they found a way to actually transfer that mutation during their many, many experiments, and who knows? I know one comment I did see that I totally understand was that the acceleration process to get a clone ready within that amount of time, we've never seen anything like that to this date of any clone being accelerated to, usefulness to operational status that fast. Now, we don't know what voodoo magic they've cooked up trying to do this Project Necromancer and all that stuff here on Tantus. They could have some special stuff for that. And who knows, maybe if you did accelerate a clone to this state, it wouldn't be viable for long, but you could just kind of churn them out in repetition. They wouldn't be like sustainable in the way that a normal clone would be. There's a lot of ways you could work around it. But at the end of the day, whether it's literal or not, the episode was facing Crosshair against himself. Now, while thematically they were definitely tugging at that string, again, it may not be literal, and it may just simply be somebody we've seen before. It could be Tech, could be Cody, could be whoever. And it was just about the idea of what that represented. Those were just some thoughts that spawned in my head watching the episode because it was quite clearly about Crosshair versus himself. That was the entire direction and intent of the episode. I was thinking a little more literally because that's what it was making me think about, but it's very unlikely. It's just fun to think about. And it was just fun saying some of that stuff, but some people really got butthurt all to hell just from me throwing it out there. Some people honestly need to relax, man. I just don't understand how you get so bent out of shape over something like that. It's just all fun. We're just having fun here, man. But that all said, that all out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this episode, guys. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check those out over at Patreon, or if you're on the channel, get you access as well. It will be in watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage to try to make it worth your while, so you're going to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. With that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 8. Here we go. bad territory.
You know, staring at your comm won't make Echo contact you any faster.
He and Rex lost most of their squad in that attack, all because the Empire was after me. I have to do something.
That's got to weigh on her a lot.
You are, by staying away.
He's right. We need to know more about why Hemlock's after you, and what his MCAN experiments mean.
Incoming transmission from V.
Also, not to mention the scarring on his head.
She's a liberator of ancient wonders. Pirate. She's a pirate.
Just call it what it is. Call it what it is.
I've been asking around about this M-count thing, which hasn't been easy, by the way. TechSpring was the data bank, not mine. But I came through, as always.
And what did you find out?
Word is, certain Class 1 bounty hunters have been retrieving M-count targets for the Empire.
Why? What's
Okay.
it mean?
Don't know. You're better off asking a bounty hunter.
Oh no.
We have run into a few.
Who we gonna go
What
talk
about
to?
Who? Fennec Shand.
Who are all these people you keep talking about? I didn't get to come around for all that shit. He's so out of the loop on all this shit. Understandably. It's kind of funny, though.
She's not gonna hand over that information for free.
Naturally.
I got a split. I'll get back to you.
You and I will go alone. This isn't a debate. Stay on Pabu and stay out of trouble. Both of you, see if you can convince him to get his hand looked at. Ignoring it won't make the problem go away.
No.
Be careful.
There she is.
I remember you two. You're the clones who ruined one of my scores.
We're here for information.
In that case, it's going to cost you.
I thought we were making a deal.
It can wait.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna give you a bad review on Yelp.
What kind of information can I help you with?
We hear the Empire has a bounty out for M-count targets.
I haven't done one of those jobs myself, but I might know someone who has.
Can you put us in touch with them?
Now that will
I wonder who that
definitely
is.
cost you
How much?
more than you've got. But we might be able to work something out.
What if that's Asajj, how she plays into this?
There's a bounty I've been trying to bring in. Worth a lot. But he's been hard to catch without a crew.
So you want us to work with you?
No. You'll be working for me. You follow through. I'll get you what you want to know.
Okay. Let's do it.
Deal.
We'll use my ship. And so we're clear. I keep the payment.
I mean, that seems fair, since we need to pay for the information anyway.
It may never heal 100%. I have exhausted all medical treatment options. Perhaps the issue is not something physical.
You think it's in
Mental.
my head?
If you were to elaborate more on the experimentation you were subjected to, I could determine the cause.
Forget it.
That's what I was hoping it was, that it was psychosomatic. I mean, it could go deeper than that. I don't know.
What did he do?
Got greedy. Took out a couple of top bosses for the Haxian Brood and escaped with a cache of credits. Powerful people want him found. The other hunters that went after him never came back.
Man, I really hope one day Cal makes the transition, if not to live action, at least to pop up on one of the animated shows.
Hey, Tracker. Keep eyes on the current. Siler's got a safe house upriver somewhere. You, whatever your name is, cover us. The area we're headed is extremely hostile, so always keep your eyes on the water.
Why?
Oh gosh, what's in
the
here?
water?
Let's just say I'd never go in it.
Space piranha? Space alligators?
Cut the engine. There's some type of mine up ahead.
How many?
I can't tell from here.
Better get in there and check it out.
But you said you never go in the water.
She wouldn't. You will. Oh gosh, there's a lot of them.
There's dozens of them. And they're all on sensors. We go over them, and boom.
At least we're on the right track.
This whole area's booby-trapped.
And we just
The
shoot them?
best option is to go around.
That's what Siler wants.
And we just
He won't
detonate
be
them?
expecting us to disarm them. We go this way, and we have the element of surprise. You're the explosives expert, right? You want that information or not?
Yep, knew that was gonna come up.
That was close.
Close doesn't count. It's either a hit or a miss.
You're still
Yeah.
more capable than most.
That's not good enough for a sniper.
Just because there's nothing AZ can do doesn't mean your hand can't get better. Maybe you're the one who has to fix it.
How?
I have an idea, but you're gonna have to trust me.
I'm not gonna like it, am I?
No,
You
probably
don't
not.
like anything.
Also valid. I like that he didn't even refute it.
What is it?
Oh no. Oh no, we got space alligators in the space bayou. Oh! Jeez! Whew. That one took a shot right in the mouth. Good God, these things are persistent. Body slam.
You think you could do better without us?
I wouldn't be doing any worse.
Even Omega got away from you.
Apparently, she got away from you too.
Ooh. Threw that right in their face.
So what happened with the kid?
What's it to you?
Just seems odd. You're both willing to work for me, considering our past. That information must really be important to you. Just so you know, I didn't lose Omega. I let her go when the bounty was called off.
By who?
The client. They thought Omega would be safer with you guys. Guess they were wrong about that.
I guess you'll work for anybody as long as you get paid.
Good guys, bad guys, their money is all the same.
Well, money's not everything.
And that's because you don't have any.
Gosh, with the low blows left and right over here, man.
Someone came through here. Be a starboard up ahead.
Remember, I need him alive.
And what about you?
I'm the lookout.
Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. Slippery little fucker, man.
You think I'd let you sit
Nice.
away from me again?
Come on, Fennec. There we go. Get him. Get him. Get him. Yeah.
You were right to bring us along.
I'm always right. Grab him and let's go.
Never the humble one at all, are you? Many bounty hunters aren't.
What?
Some meditation.
It's meditation. It'll help you heal. Not just your hand, but your mind too.
I doubt that. Where did you learn this?
I picked it up from my friend Gunji and the other Wookiees on Kashyyyk.
You've been to Kashyyyk?
You've missed a lot now. Close your eyes and focus.
Aww. It's such a gorgeous shot, too.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Hang on, you promised us information.
I didn't say I had it on me, but I'll get it after I deliver Siler to my client.
That's not what we agreed on.
You can either fight me or trust me. Take your pick.
I would trust her to keep her word.
I just finished a job with some clones. They were asking about the Empire's M-count bounties. I'm sure you can track them down easily enough. I'll send you what I have.
She promised him she'd deliver them to... She did say, I'd tell you I'd get you that intel. She's bringing that intel to them. So maybe I was a little... Maybe, I mean, she's keeping her word, just in a roundabout way. Especially after the two-parter is definitely coming down off of the heels with that. And also kind of dealing with some of the fallout of that as well. Once again, furthering this kind of crisis of self that Crosshair has going on. Now, at least confirmation that whatever has happened is not physical, but mental. That whatever's going on with Crosshair's hand is something that he's carrying around with him. So that's what I was hoping. You know, we talked about it a few episodes ago that wondering, you know, what is going on? Is it in his head? Is it from the torture? Is it trauma? Is it psychosomatic? Is it something imposed upon himself? Or is it an injury, a degradation, or something of the sort, or damage? Well, it is damage. It's mental damage. Omega, I think, is the perfect person here to help center him, especially considering how much world experience she's gotten and how many different points of view she's gotten. She's been so exposed to the world, which is just 180 from how, you know, obviously she started off, how she had been raised, isolated towards the labs of Camino. Finally seeing the world and just taking all of it in, learning everywhere she goes. That's what I love about the show as well. It's like, you know, we get to go to all these different places and Omega really just absorbs something everywhere we go. And she's passing that on. Like she says, you've missed a lot, which I like how they kind of played on that. Like every time a different person came up or a different name that he didn't recognize, he's like, who's that? Who's this? What's that? It was funny. But it just goes to show that he's been so detached and out of the loop, and coming back isn't going to be easy, but it's a road worth following. And I like their interactions. I liked all the stuff with those two. Meanwhile, obviously, Hunter and Wrecker, them taking on this mission to go gather that intel and confront Fennec, trying to figure out what these bounty hunters are going after these M-counts for. We got to go to basically Space Louisiana for a little bit. To go cruising through the bayou after this insectoid who was kind of running rogue and had this bounty on them. And we got this quid pro quo situation out of Fennec. Like, I don't know the information myself, but I know somebody that would. And if you do this thing for me, we'll hook you up. She's doing just that, but probably not in the way that they had intended or thought. Because she's basically just, here they are. Go check them out. They're cruising around for some information. I'd put some money on it's going to be Ventress. That's how we introduce her, especially considering we're halfway through the season, so we only have a little bit left to go. And we saw her in the trailer, and, you know, we're still going to need the explanation on how she's alive. Because, I mean, otherwise, I'm not exactly sure who else it could be. I mean, it could be Boba, it could be another number of other people, but if we're talking specifically people with understanding of and familiarity with M-count stuff, Ventress would be your go-to person and would just kind of put her back in that same kind of position she was in before. Who knows? We'll see who it is. But I'm excited to see what happens with that. It was a fun little adventure that we went on. It was a nice little reprieve after everything that was going on last episode. And I love that Crosshair and Omega, as always, Omega's at the center of all this, but more than anything, this season's really about centering on Crosshair and his redemption for everything that he's gone through, everything that he's done, and his mistakes and all this stuff, and his misgivings of his own trust and his loyalties and how those were mishandled and misused, and trying to earn back favor, not just with the people that he wronged or his brothers, but just himself. I like that. I love that. That's why I really liked last episode too, because it was really facing him off against a mirror of who he was when he was with the Empire. But guys, what did you think of this episode? What are your thoughts on who was secretly behind the call here at the end? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you're going to see the full length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. Speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy, Share, Ryan, Karen, York, Scum, Melita, Rubber, Unguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Contrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Justice Smith. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. But until then, may the Force be with you always. Take care, everybody.